Yes, dear viewers, welcome you once again on today's live session organized by Campus France Bangladesh. And welcome you once again to this live session. Uh, Actually, this is the first live session organized by Campus France after the pandemic happens. And we are really are locked down in our home. Nobody can go out because of this pandemic situation. And we need to be we strictly follow the rules and regulations that we should not go out, and we should keep ourselves safe, and of course the other people also. So actually this is a very hard time we are passing throughout the world, not Bangladesh. All over the world they are facing this kind of pandemic situation at this moment. So today we have a live session with actually Montpelier Business School from France. Definitely, we'll be talking to them regarding all their courses, their programs, their the entry requirements, the highlighting all the points of Montpelier Business School, and of course, what kind of policy they are implementing due to COVID-19. So today we have Gail with us, who is the director of international admission, and who has been coming Bangladesh several times every year. We are getting her in Bangladesh, and is very familiar in Bangladesh environment. So definitely, Gail, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Yes.
Thank
First
you.
of all, I'd like to welcome you on today's live session, and
Thank
it was really wonderful to have you in today's live session. Thanks for accepting our invitation, for
you.
being with us for this live session. And would you please introduce yourself to our viewers and say hello?
Yes, so thank you for all the organization of this live. I'm Gaëlle Anjadric. I'm the director of admission for Montpellier Business School. And I've been indeed, as you said, welcome in Bangladesh several times. I'm happy to share any questions on the program, the school, and present in more details the Montpellier Business School and its programs. I don't know if first you want to introduce the school and program through a video and then answer some
Exactly, Gail. We'll be talking about school and everything, about the programs and everything. We'll discuss one by one. But before
Okay.
that, I would like to say all our viewers, please, if you're watching this video, live video, so please try to share in your timeline, so the people who are really interested to study in France, they could be
Mhm.
benefited through this live video. And of course, this you can ask any question
Mhm.
regarding Montpellier Business School, or any question regarding Campus France, and anything you can ask on live, and we'll try to answer your question, because you know that we are getting several questions regarding the visa process for September
Mhm.
intake,
Mhm.
and we are in touch with the Embassy of France in Dhaka, and definitely we'll try to give you answer on that how they are planning and what's going on. So that things you can ask, and definitely if you have any particular question regarding Campus France or anything, you can ask to us. I will try to answer on live.
Okay.
And definitely we'll be welcoming your any kind of question. Before asking any question, please try to mention your details, your academic results, your passing year, and if you have any English proficiency score. So Gail, first of all, how are you, and how is everything over
In
there,
France.
and how is the situation in
Mhm.
France due to COVID-19? How you are
So
facing?
we have been the lockdown has been over since approximately 1 month. First, we had restrictions on distance, so we had to stay like only 100 kilometers close to home, but we were not locked down. And now everything is reopened. So restaurants, schools, and in each area in France. So the situation is well managed. We are still careful, so we have our mask when we go out, especially in transportation. But the lockdown has been very well followed, and had some impact on the situation. So that helped in managing the situation, stopped the COVID, and now we are going back to the life we
The
approximately
normal
had.
life, the
Yes,
normal life.
exactly. So
exactly.
just the mask in during transportation or when you go grocery, doing your grocery shopping. Um, Still still some companies are doing working remotely for their employees. And at the school, at Montpellier Business School, we are slowly coming back on the campus. All the courses for the end of the, I mean, for the last few weeks, we had are online before, you know, the summer vacation. So we'll keep that, and all the students will follow the rest of the classes online. And then little by little, we'll open the campus back to students beginning of the academic year, which is for us in September. As for now, the Ministry of Education is being very careful on bringing all the students back on campus. So even us will be careful on how we welcome the students on the campus in September. So we'll give some time to make sure that no risk is taken. So that's why we'll discuss about that. But many of our programs will start first online a few weeks before welcoming the students on the campus.
Okay, but
Because
as a city, I just want to know, as a city,
yeah.
how Montpelier is doing. I mean, apart from Paris, and how
it's
Montpelier is.
it's very it's been the Montpellier has been part of the cities which have been reopened the first, because we were in what we call like the green area, where the restaurants were open at first, the primary schools, secondary schools. So we're doing well, and as for now we don't have a raise in cases, and all the cases from weeks before are coming out of the hospital, getting out of the hospital.
Okay.
The situation is good. Everyone is just careful to make sure that we don't have a second wave of COVID. So that's why, you know, we keep the mask and that carefulness in the stores.
Okay, so there is a question of Shoaib Rahman. Do you guys have bachelor programs in English? So definitely they have bachelor programs in English. We'll discuss about this matter. Please be with us till that time. And of course, another question, another in comments. Hi Gail, how are you? I am a student of MBS. Hi
Very
Shatab.
nice.
Thank you
Very
so
nice.
much for joining this live session. Please be with us and invite your friends to join this live session. So, Gail, before going to the discussion part, we'll have a video of Montpelier first. Okay, so
Okay.
let's have the video.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes, it was a video of Montpelier Business School. So, Gail, first of all, as you know that there are a lot of students are going to France for their higher
Mhm.
studies. And last year, so far I know that there was a number of something like the 350,000 students have gone to France for their
Mhm.
higher studies. So, I mean, why you know that why people are considering France at their higher studies, and the people who want to go to France for their
Mhm.
studies, what you would like to say about France? Why it could be a
So
better destination for higher studies?
so France has the capacity to give and graduate students with different programs that can be followed in English. And the quality of education is also very high and very well recognized around the world. And the capacity of students to learn French in addition to their studies in English will give also to them more opportunities. So the studies can be followed in English. It's also programs with a very well-known like knowledge and recognized around the world, but also that can be for your budget more accessible in comparison to similar program and similar degree that you could follow in other countries such as the US, UK, or Australia. Also, the fact of putting the efforts in learning French, that will give to students more opportunities. French is as you may know, the third language used in business. More than 40 countries are having French as a national or like official language in their countries. You have a lot of companies working in French countries, French-speaking countries, and in French as well. And it's also, you may know, but it's also the language used in the UN and other international institutions. So putting in perspective the fact that you can have like recognized degree at a accessible budget, and also if you invest additional efforts in learning French, you create for yourself more opportunities after when you will be looking for a job at the international level. So that could be 2 points that we could put in perspective of the advantage of joining a school and a program in France. Also, like France is also very welcoming to students. You have a lot of help on different aspects, but to mention as an example, before the accommodation, the government is helping students with their budget and give accessible accommodation or financial helps on the accommodation. So it's a country that very welcoming to students, and that could be a good investment for employability afterwards.
Okay, so
That's
we'll take few questions very quickly.
Mhm.
Number one, Sharif Khan is asking, do you have masters in sociology?
Correct. No,
He is
we don't.
asking
Yeah.
another question is study France is free. So definitely Montpellier they are not offering sociology. Definitely
No,
in
we are not. We don't.
exactly, and the education is not free. We are really sorry to say
Yeah.
that. Another question like Tanhai Tabassum, can you guys the requirements of bachelor program clearly, including the financial background needed for application? See, definitely we'll be talking about all the things about the program requirements and what are the programs they have, and also what are the fees of those programs. We'll discuss about all these things one by one. Just be with us a few times, so we'll be discussing all these things. So Gail, as you know that the people when they are looking for France for their higher studies, they always look for Paris because Paris is one of the best
Hmm.
tourist destination and also the most popular
Yeah.
city in all over the world. But
Yeah.
when it comes to the city of Montpellier, so how do you define about Montpellier? How
Mhm.
do you compare with Paris and Montpellier, and why people can consider Montpellier as their destination?
So Montpellier, it's in south of France. It's on the seashore. If you take the train, it's 3 hours and 30 minutes away, and if you fly, it's 1 hour. It's a very active city where also 1/4 of the population are students. So very dynamic, and students are coming from different parts of France, but also from abroad. The advantage as well, in addition to being in that dynamic environment, it's also that it's cheaper to live in Montpellier than in Paris. Studies have shown that it's 30 to 40% cheaper to live in Montpellier because you're outside of the capital, which is mainly similar in all the countries. The capital, to live in the capital, it's more expensive. The good part is that we are the 7th largest city in France, so we still have good connection with companies. So it doesn't mean that because you're outside of the capital, you're totally outside of opportunities afterwards, after you graduate. We do have partners among the school. We have connections, and students are also connected to the capital in Paris. The opportunity as well is that you're going to be in a human-sized school, a human-sized city, and you can then also increase your capacities and capabilities also in learning French. So that can push also yourself on that.
Okay, okay. When they'll be planning to go to Montpelier, so they need to definitely go to Paris first, and from Paris, I think there is also flight, no, to Montpelier.
Yes, there are flights from Paris. There are also direct flights from many major European cities like Amsterdam, London. We have direct flights from also those 2 big European cities. We have other flights, but those usually are the big airports where you have also you can have direct flights from Bangladesh. So
how long it takes from Paris to Montpelier by flight?
1 hour.
1 hour.
And 1 hour approximately. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
And we are also very close to Spain. You can drive in 3 hours. You are in Spain, and then we have flights from like all the
Spain,
major.
Spain, like it's from Madrid or Barcelona or
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
So if you drive 3 hours, you can be in Barcelona approximately.
Okay. That's great.
And,
so definitely, we'll be talking about your programs and all these things. But before that, we'll have one more video of Montpelier. Okay, so let's have the video, then we'll come back to the. Yes, the motto is of Montpelier Business School is something like that, the making the difference. So, as you know that Gail, there are a lot of there are very famous business schools in France as well, apart from
Mm-hmm.
Montpellier. So there are a lot of yeah, business schools as well based in Paris and other cities. So why
Mm-hmm.
people should choose Montpellier Business School? Why they can consider Montpellier Business School as their university
For sure.
destination, and what are the
Mm-hmm.
special features of this school?
Mm-hmm. So Montpellier has more than 120 years of experience. We have been founded in 1897. So we have a lot of experience in the field of business and management. We have also like we are ranked. So we are in the top 55 for the Grand École program for the Master in Management in the world. According to the Financial Times. We are in the QS ranking as well for the Master in Management, for the MSc in Marketing, and the MSc in Finance. And we're in the top 10 among the French universities and school. And also at the national ranking, we are in the top 15 of the best business school in France. So we have the experience, we have the ranking as well, and we are also putting a lot of efforts in having quality education, but that is still like affordable for the quality of education that we are giving. So in comparison to other schools of a similar reputation, we have programs that are in comparison more affordable. We have also the three accreditations, the international accreditations, AMBA, LCSB, and EQUIS as well. So we are a triple crown business school. So basically we have the quality, we are recognized for the quality of our education, and we have different programs that are in comparison to similar school, not as expensive. We have different specializations, so we will develop on that. But we have different specialization that could also be interesting for students. So that's for the school. What else can I tell you?
And then one more thing, like that the students always look for the employment options after
Yeah, the
after they
direction.
graduate.
Mm-hmm,
So this is very important that how
mm-hmm,
the Montpelier graduates are doing in the job
mm-hmm,
market. So would you
mm-hmm.
please tell something about this matter?
So we do have different departments to help on that. We have the Career Center. The Career Center will support the students during their program to find internship, to find job opportunities. But also afterwards, the students can still be connected with the Career Center and have access to campus fairs, to job offers online, to be helped on any documents that they need to find a job. And we have also the Alumni Associations, where all the alumni are gathered together, and we have a different cluster in different parts of the world where they can meet and they can relate and contact each other if they are looking for a specific job or opportunities.
Okay.
Yeah. So for that, basically, we do support, and we come also with that good rate of 70% of students employed before graduation, and it goes to 96% after between 4 to 6 months after graduation. So the help and the support provided by the school is there. We don't do placement, but we do support the students to help them have opportunities and options on more offers and more employment possible.
Okay. So we'll take a comments from the same student Shraddha Ahmed. During my admission and visa processing time, she helped me a lot. I'm really very thankful to her, and she is very friendly. Yes, that's how the Gail is. Gail is, we know, she is very friendly, and she is helping the assisting people a lot. We know Gail very much since long. So Gail,
we do have also, like, if I can add, like, we do have also like a team that once every student who decide to join the school and the program, a team will be also following the students to make sure that they are in time in their visa process, that they are looking for the right accommodation. So any questions for arrival, we have a department in charge of welcoming each student. So we do support that, and that's why also, like, by providing all that support on the different steps, that's also why we have that good integration and employment rate as well.
Exactly. So, dear viewers, I would like to once again, I'd like to mention that please try, if you're watching this live video, please try to share this video in your timeline. So, who are interested to study in France, so they will be helpful to from this live video. And of course, if you are planning to study in France, it's better if you can get the basic idea of French language. It will be better for you to be more familiar with the French people over there when you're studying in France. And for that, we have Elias Frase in Dhanmondi, Gulshan, and Chattogram. So you can do, and Uttara as well. So you can do the French language courses from Elias Frase as well. So Gail, actually, the people are a bit afraid that they are always thinking that in France maybe the schools are not offering programs in English. Most probably they are offering in French, so they must know the French very well. Otherwise, they could not get admission. They wouldn't be able to get admission in English courses. So, how about Montpelier Business School? What kind of programs you're offering in French, and what kind of programs you offer in English, and which level, and what are the subjects?
Okay, so we are offering programs in English. We have the Bachelor program. It's a 3 years program that can be followed in English. And also we welcome also students who want to transfer as well. So if students have done already like two years of their 3 years Bachelor program and they want to transfer and join for the last year, that's possible. So that program is in English, can be followed in English, and it's on international business and administration. And then we have master program that can be also followed in English. So we do have the Master in Management, which is the Grand École program. And then we have Masters of Science, which are a very specialized program that can be followed in 9 months, and then 4 to 6 months of work experience. And those Master of Science, we have specialization in the field of digital transformation, international business, marketing, finance, and business excellence, which is linked to lean or supply chain as well management. And those programs are also fully in English, so there's no fear to have on the capacity of following programs in English. The French is really like a recommendation if you're looking to work in France afterwards. If your career project is to work in France, then yes, I honestly recommend that you put effort in learning French. But the program can be followed in English. We do have still some graduates who are able to find some job position in English, speaking only English. But you have more opportunities, obviously, if you speak some French, meaning like I will say like around B1, B1, B2. Why is that? Because our program are training all the students to become manager, to have like a manager position. So if you're a manager and you're managing a team of French people, it can be sometimes more difficult if you don't speak any French at all. So that's why we do push all the students to learn French as much as possible, but the program can be followed fully in English. And honestly, also in the school, everyone is able to speak English. And outside in the city, depending of where you're going, but if you go downtown, you can still be okay with just the English.
Exactly. So one thing I need to know from you, that so far I know that the Montpelier, they also accepts the transfer students who have completed like 2 years or 3 years in Bangladesh or some other country, so they can come and join Montpelier in the third year. So what is the exact option for that?
For that, so we'll be asking for an entrance exam and admissions, obviously. So we'll be looking to the transcripts and the mark sheets of the year of the Bachelor in Bangladesh to make sure that the years are passed, and then we'll be asking for an English level. So if the students have the English level through IELTS, TOEFL, or TOEIC, they can provide a test. If not, we give the possibility for the students to take our own English test online. And then similar we ask for logic and reasoning score. So it can be a GMAT, or it can be also our own tests online. And those tests that we provide are free of cost. So that will be, and then the final test will be the interview to make sure that you are clear on your education project, what you want to do, why you're choosing France, why Montpellier Business School, why this particular program. So that will also help you also preparing the interview for the visa process as well. But basically, through that interview, we want to have a sense of who you are, and also what's your project, what you have planned for yourself, and your motivation.
Okay, so we'll take few comments like Nahidur Rahman. He's saying nice to see Gail.
Thank you.
Then Nafiz Hasnat McPhee. He's saying that which is the closest intake available. Definitely it's September, but
yes,
we're pretty doubtful that.
So that's that I can add like some details on that, because indeed we usually have only one intake, which is September, but because of the COVID situation that we all know, we have changed a bit the program, starting with the first weeks with online courses. So the Bachelor program and the Master in Management, the Granical program, will have classes online first. So from September to November, it will be only online classes. And in November, we'll be awaiting the students to join the programs in the campus. And for the Masters of Science, the classes will start in November online. And it will be online until January. So we'll be awaiting the students for the Masters of Science program to join on the campus at the school in January, physically in January only, before doing the online courses. So we have, like at the moment, planned that because of the situation. We'll see. You may have heard that France is going to reopen its borders. with other countries. So I guess it will be case by case. Each country will adapt according to their situation as well. So we'll see how it develops. But basically, as for now, this is the intake and the online courses that we have planned for the
No,
programs.
actually, here one more thing we need to tell to the viewers, because Nafis Hasnath is asking again the same question because his internet got disconnected. So, see, the first of all, that if they don't if they are not able to apply for visa for September intake, so as you said that you can start online classes, they can start
Yes.
online classes without having the visa approval.
Yes. So basically, yes, for the Masters of Science, for instance, we are awaiting the students physically only in January. So
Okay.
yes, that means like if you're part of the program, you will start the classes online, and then you have time. That will give also time for the embassies to reopen, and reevaluate all the applications. But that will give time also for the students to apply accordingly.
Okay, so there is one more question from Rohan Ahmed Partho, SSC GPA, HSC GPA 5, and BBA CGPA 3.31. It's a good score results. And IELTS 5.5 can apply for master's program in business administration. What do you say about it?
So IELTS, it's a bit low because usually we're asking
IELTS 5.5, yes. IELTS
we are asking at 6. So I will recommend. I don't know how old is the English test. How old is the IELTS? I will recommend them to take the opportunity to take our own test, our own English test online to see if the level at 6 can be reached. Because 5.5 is too low. We are asking IELTS at 6.
Okay, so dear student Rohan, actually your IELTS is a bit low for masters, so you can take the online the online exam of Montpelier Business School. That can be done.
Exactly. So I will say yes, application can be done, but make sure that you don't provide your IELTS and have the chance to take the English test online.
Online, exactly. And dear viewers, we'll talk to Gail definitely about the program requirements, entry requirements, and all other matters about the fees. But before that, I'd like to mention one thing, that when you are arriving in France, it is very important to follow some rules and regulations over there. There are few manuals, few policies you need to follow, and how you need to follow. So we have a very good Campus France video for that. That after you arrive in France, what you need to do. So let's have the video first, then we'll come back to our main topic.
So you just arrived in France for your studies. Welcome, you're going to have a great time. But where to start? Don't worry, we'll guide you through step by step. There are 6 critical steps to follow during the days after your arrival. First of all, you need accommodation, even if it's just temporary, in order to get things going. The first thing that you have to do is to pay your student and campus life contribution by signing up to the government website for students. This is a mandatory step to be able to register with your host institution. Next, you need to go to your host institution and complete your registration process. This is where you'll receive your student card. Beforehand, you can book an appointment online. If you don't have a European health insurance card, you should then sign up to the French social security system. Start this just after your registration by signing up to the health insurance website for foreign students. You also need to validate your student visa. This is mandatory to finalize your subscription to the social security system and to travel during your stay. Check with your host institution or on the Campus France website where you can do this. It's now time to think about getting a bank account. Take your time to consider all the different options in order to choose the one that suits you best. Lots of banks have special offers for students. Compare them before choosing. Once you've made your choice, go to the bank with a piece of ID, your proof of address, and proof of your academic registration or student card. Once your account is open, you will receive a credit card, a checkbook, and your bank account details, including your IBAN. All of this will be extremely useful in your everyday life. Don't forget to stay connected. Choose a landline or mobile phone plan and and an internet provider. There are 4 major providers in France: Bouygues, Free, Orange, and SFR. That's all. Now enjoy an awesome student experience in France. Universities have many student unions and services for physical activities and sports. Both are great ways to make friends and relax. You could also find a student tutor by checking with your institution or registering on the buddy system platform of the ESN Association. And don't forget to register on the France Alumni website. If you have any questions, go to campusfrance.org. See you soon for more advice.
Yes, it was a very helpful video for students who will be planning to go to France. These are all the steps you need to follow once you arrive. There are few steps you need to really follow very strictly. And one more thing that I need to check, and yes, there are a few comments from Saifullah. Do you have scholarship opportunities in master's level?
Yeah. That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. We do have an admission, like an international scholarship, and that will depend of the admission results. So we provide a scholarship up to 2,000 euros. So it can be 2,000 euros, 1,000 euros, and that depends of each candidate's admission results. So depending of how well they have done at the admission entrance exam, so looking to the transcript, looking to the interview result, the logic and reasoning test, the English level, so all that taken into account, and according to that, we provide some scholarship, and that's done. There's no application to fill. It's automatically. So if you reach the level for the scholarship, the scholarship can be offered. It's also like sometimes Campus France has sometimes some scholarship available depending of the situation. So that also could be sometimes something that can be checked as well.
Okay, so another comments like from Mehdi. Please do save this live. It will be helpful. Yes, it will be saved in our timeline, so you can whenever you want, you can check this live session. So it will be very helpful live video for you people. So Gail, now let's talk about your program requirements, like admission requirements. What are the requirements they need to fulfill in terms of academic average or English proficiency score?
So for that, so that will depend of the program. For the bachelor program, we require on the transcript a minimum average level. We'll be looking a lot to the results that the candidates can have through the logic and reasoning test, as I shared before, through the English test as well, and the interview. The interview for us, it's very important. It's where we can check the motivation. We can check the education project, the career project, why the choice of this program, the school, friends. So that's something very important for us. And for the other programs, we have also the similar admission process. So the bachelor can be joined after a high school diploma or high school diploma, and in case of transfer, with 1, 2, or 3 years of bachelor program. Then the master in management, the Grand École program, can be joined after a bachelor degree. So it can be a 3 or 4 years bachelor degree, and the admission process is exactly the same. Admission it's online. And we'll be looking to the transcript and to the results for the logic and reasoning test, the English test, and then the interview. And same for the Masters of Science with specialization. We'll be asking for the same admission process, with the difference that there's no logic and reasoning test for students who have already a bachelor of 4 years degree.
Okay. And what about the masters?
Yeah, the master in management, the Grand École program.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I shared it just before. It's the same admission process.
Same
Yeah.
admission process.
So the master, yeah.
Okay, okay. And what about the I mean the fees, the tuition fees, and
Tuition fee.
how will be the payment process for
So
Montpelier?
payment process, it can be there's a deposit to pay before the visa application, and then after that, if it's paid in one time, if the tuition fee are paid in one time, there can be a 3% discount on the tuition fee. If not, it can be paid through installments. So that's also a possibility.
Okay, I mean, what are the tuition fees for your bachelor and
So
master?
for the bachelor, for the English track, the tuition fee is 10,900 euros per year.
Mm-hmm.
For the master in management, the Granical program, it's 12,500 euros per year. So it's a 2 years program. And for the Masters of Science with specialization, it's 13,900 euros for the entire program, which is in total, if you include the work experience and the master thesis, it's 18 months.
Okay.
Okay.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. And what about the application process for?
So application, it's online, so it can be done by online through the website, and it's also like all the students that could be also like coming with you and through that live who have like a free application. But the application can be done online, and we'll be asking for the documents, so transcript, degree, the English score if they have one, and then photo, the basic documents. So everything can be done online.
Exactly. And dear viewers, one more thing you need to know that you need to know that Campus Plans already have started their virtual counseling session on every Monday. So just visit our page all the time. That our counselor will be there for the virtual counseling session on every Monday from 3:30 to 5:30 or 4:30 p.m. So you can join this virtual counseling session. You can ask any question. So there is one question, like is it possible to apply for September 2020 intake now?
Yes, it's still open. So yes, it's possible. It's going to be the last chance to apply. So yes, still open, and it should be open for a few weeks again.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing is that for this September, students can apply and they can get offer letter and they can start online classes. And once they get visa, so they can join the remaining classes from January.
Yes.
21.
For the Masters of Science, the specialization one. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So that's a great option, dear students. You can follow these options. And one more thing I need to mention that France, when you are planning to study in France, the housing matters are very important. So you need to get a confirmation of your accommodation part. It's very important. So we'll have a video of Campus France about the house or accommodation matters. Let's have the video. Then we'll come back to our another discussion.
At last, I found the perfect place to stay in France. Home sweet home. How did I do it? I tell you. Before I arrived, I booked temporary accommodation on the internet. So that when I arrived, I had time to look around, get used to my new environment, and deal with all the admin. First, I prepared my dossier or application. In fact, I prepared several just to be safe. I included a copy of my passport, my bank information, and an earning statement. Since my guarantor was French, I included his contact details. Alternatively, I could have asked for visa, a free rent deposit. Then I found out that there are several accommodation options possible. Some institutions have their own residence. If not, the cruise offers accommodation in university residences. There is also the Cité Internationale Universitaire de Paris and private student residences. To immerse yourself in French culture, you could also stay in private homes. Sometimes, in exchange for services, your room can be very cheap or even free. Private landlords also offer apartments. Sharing a flat can really reduce your expenses. There are even youth or student hostels available. I chose a room in a university residence. I like living with other students from France or anywhere else in the world. Yesterday, I signed my lease agreement and registered for home insurance. And the advantage about living here is that I don't have to worry about electricity or gas. Now, I can really make the most of my new home. Time to finally unpack. If you have any questions, go to campusfrance.org.
Yes, finding an accommodation is very important when you are planning to study in France. So, Gail, actually, we are just end of the live session.
Okay.
So the thing is that I mean, how did you experience Bangladesh so far? And I think you already have some students from Bangladesh with scholarship and without scholarship. So how they are doing over there, and uh, how about the experience about Bangladesh and Bangladesh students in Montpellier?
So on my side, I love to come to Bangladesh. I really likes the time and the experience each time I came. We had like very good session with Campus France and education fair. People are very welcoming, very interested about the school, about France. So we have more and more questions and applications coming from Bangladesh and from the students over there. And the students we have welcome at the school, they do very well. It's obviously like it's a change, but they do adjust very well, and they are curious, and they are also very open-minded. So that helps them to do very well, not only on their education, but also like living in France and learning some French. So little by little, but the experience is going very well for them.
Exactly. So we'll take one last question, comments. Is it possible to stay in France permanently after studying there? What are the opportunities after studying in France?
So after your study, when you graduate from our master program, you have the possibility to stay 1 year in France. So it's called like the stay back option, to look for a job. So you have 1 year to look for a job in France, but also outside of France in Europe. And once you have a job offer, then you apply for the working visa. So they are opportunities. And as I said, like as we discussed about that before, but obviously, like if you have more competencies like speaking French, you have more opportunities as well. But you have 1 full year to stay in France and the Schengen area to look for a job.
Exactly. And dear viewers, I'd like to say you a few things. I'd like to say a few things to you. That number one is that we are getting inquiries regarding that you got the offer letter from different universities and schools, and you would like to apply for visa. But still, the embassy, they haven't started their visa application yet, so it is still closed. So we'll once we get the updates from the embassy, definitely we'll let you know how they're operating their next visa applications. But one more thing that you need to check our Facebook page, that we are also, as I said, that we are also offering the virtual counseling session. So if you have anything to discuss one-to-one session, so definitely you can come in the virtual session. We can discuss with you on one-to-one session. So it will be a great opportunity for you to join the virtual counseling session. So Gail, thank you so much. Anything last you want to share to the viewers? Any final?
Well, that as you said, that to not hesitate to ask any questions, any counseling session, because that's how we can help the most. And I'm always available to answer any questions that you could have, or any students would have on France, on Montpellier Business School, and on the programs. So it's I'm very glad about that session, and I stay available.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gail, for joining this live session. And dear viewers, please be with us, be with Campus France. We'll be with you to deliver any kind of answers of your queries, and definitely will be staying with you all the time for any kind of inquiries by you. And one more thing, that please try to be in home and stay safe, keep others safe. It is very important at this moment. And we are really active on every online platform, so it's not a problem to reach you or to reach us as well. Thank you so much for joining, and thanks Gail once again for joining.
Thank you so much.
And please be there. I'm just coming back after closing the live session. Thank you so much, dear viewers. Good night.
Thank you very much.